Hello, it is sci-fi coming at you from every side. Which just sounds weird, but I am a Linkin Park fan, so it's alright. We're here again to play Dead Man's Yarn with the unlikely bunch. Introduce yourself, guys. We'll go round. Kerry.
Hi, I play Artemia, an owl Aarakocra that has a few weird perks about her. One being she likes to rotate her head 180 degrees.
Kimmy.
Hello, I'm Kimmy, and I played the Water Genasi Druid, Cordelia.
Paul.
Hello, I'm Paul, playing the half-elf warlock Trill.
And last and by no means least, Tiny.
Hello, Tiny, and I am playing the half-orc barbarian Kai.
We left our heroes off after being assailed by creatures pulling themselves from the sea. They were rescued by plumes of flame and an unexpected visitor who arrived on the... Well, he was pulling into the dock as we left the session off. So literally all the creatures that you've been fighting, or that you and the town guard have been fighting, are currently smouldering piles of ash on the floor, and there is a single man on a boat, which, if you're on the right page, he should have been stepped off onto the pier by now.
Yeah, he looks a bit smoky himself.
I will throw on just so you can get a better look at him. Whoop.
Ooh.
Oh,
I think this,
smoky boy.
despite saying to you last time that he's appeared in majority of the stories and things that I've done, this is probably the best looking he's ever been. So literally, the boat rolls in and pretty much comes up to the pier, and in one fluid motion he steps off onto the pier with this metal mask in one hand, and he walks towards you in a pretty solemn manner, and then it instantly bursts into, "I'm here to kick ass and set things on fire." Well, all right then, I've already done that.
You should definitely set shit on fire, that's true.
One way to make an entrance friend. Call you.
Yes, you. We've never met before, have we?
Mm,
A friend.
don't think so.
No.
As this exchange is going on, and you might have been able to see it on the map before I pulled it away. So, if you can see where I'm clicking currently,
Oh yeah.
that's pretty much that's Nathaniel. He's stood about 20 paces behind you, looking very nervous, and with one hand he's sort of like scratching his shoulders with a nervous tick.
Ah yes, Nathaniel, the guy that didn't help us last battle.
He did. He's healed us back up so that two of us weren't unconscious.
Okay, fair. I forgot one of you guys. I knew one of you guys went down, and then I was like, wait, who fell?
I fell twice.
Help me, brother! I have fallen, brother. That joke has two meanings. But yeah, currently Nathaniel's looking very nervous, and this new arrival is currently he's walked over to one of the piles of ash and cinders, and he's just sort of kicking it with his foot, and it's all disintegrating down into nothing.
Familiar with these things.
I set them on fire, but they keep seeming to come back, which doesn't happen a lot. Usually when I set things on fire, they stay on fire.
It does usually turn out to be quite final.
As we know.
Sorry, what was that time?
Never mind.
Yep,
I
sorry.
look back towards Nathaniel and wave him over to bring him closer.
He reluctantly takes a few steps forward, but doesn't get any further than that. He's close enough for you to speak to, but he's not he's not getting any closer to this figure.
What's your name, friend?
At this point, he's sort of ignoring you, and Nathaniel sort of turns around and goes, "That wee lass is a Bale, and to give him his full title, that's Bale of the Crimson Flame, King of Cinders."
The long title, 1 second.
Name sounds very familiar.
Aye, lass, do you not remember me mentioning him the other night?
Well, I was too busy checking your floorboards.
I do remember. And then his arch nemesis Scarlet is what I have written down here as well.
As you say that, Nathaniel takes a step back, and you see Bale sort of stand to attention and turn towards you as he places the mask onto his face, and he starts to fasten it up behind his head.
Oh,
Maybe
sorry,
don't
we were
mention
just-
that name.
He finishes fastening the mask and then pulls his hands away, and it's like, it's quite all right. His demeanour is completely changed by this point. How rude of me. As your friend mentions, I am Bale. But it does seem that you have everything in hand here now. These things have been dealt with.
Thank you for your help with that.
Not at all. I was simply passing by and heard gunshots.
Do I believe that he was just passing by?
You can roll, but I don't think he's got any reason to be lying to you.
That's what they all say.
An insight one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy's on the down low. We can trust him. It's
What did he
the
roll?
2.
Oh, he didn't show up, that's all. Yeah, he's totally telling the truth.
Totally. Oh jeez.
Just before we go a little further, any people in the chat, is the sound levels alright? Can you hear the music? Can you hear us speaking alright? We had some technical issues before getting going earlier. See if they say anything.
There was silence.
Well, I still don't think it's picking up the music for the people at home, which is really annoying.
Right now it's a mystical kind of
Ambiance.
ambiance.
I do have battle music for you now as well, so that's bonus.
It's like Final Fantasy
I
battle
wasn't sure
music
if it
where
was
it's
me or
somewhat
not.
uplifting, even though you're like probably fighting like the dead remains of people you love.
What about now, Chris? Is the players speaking a bit better? Players, speak so we can hear you.
Woohoo!
Ew.
Technical
Oh my god, that
difficulties.
reminds me, I need to get my battle cry up.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, we need that old soundboard ready to go.
No, I'll leave it for today.
Is that better, Chris? Much improved. Awesome.
Definitely.
What about music? Can you hear the music at all?
Thank you, Chris.
It should only be like a little tingle in the background.
I mean, it's not that loud to begin with, so
Look at those.
Yeah. I guess it's because I'm wearing a headset, that's why it's quite prominent to me, but awesome. Awesome, you can hear him. Right. The thing is, we had it all set up. I won't say it was perfect, but it was all set up. And then, I don't know why, but I've turned it on today, and it's just gone completely out the window. So, thank you, OBS. Feel free to sponsor us, but thank you, OBS. I won't even show you the be right back screen or that, because that... Oh. Don't ask me why, but inserting this little thing that's now currently on OBS, which is your stats that rotate round, that has completely screwed up the Be Right Back screen, and I don't know why. Anyway, I'm getting out of character. So, where were we? I completely. He was literally just. He just answered your question about passing by, didn't he?
Yeah, we believe him wholeheartedly.
Okay. So, Nathaniel is pretty much he's retreated back to his 20 paces away and goes, well, if you didn't need me anymore, I'm gonna head back to the governor's estate and get out your hair, so to speak.
Here, I touch my head, which is basically just bull feather.
And in the moment that you've done that, there was just a dust cloud now where Nathaniel was.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Okay.
But Bale doesn't even register it. To be perfectly honest, he's not really paying much attention to anything really. He's inspecting the corpses just to make sure that they're all gone, and he's like, well, as your friend has said, it's all under control, so I have a pressing engagement, so I will be getting on my way as well.
Do you maybe know what kind of creatures these were?
I do, but no point telling you.
Oh.
But what if
I
we have
shrink
to
down
fight them
to 5
again?
foot.
Sorry guys. Kerry, do you want to...
Huh?
Kimmy,
No,
sorry, do you want to have a say?
Oh, I just wanted to ask, what if we have to fight them again? If we know something about them, then maybe we wouldn't need your help next time.
Well, he looks down at the corpse, like the ash, and then looks back to you and fire does the job.
That's great. Kimmy is fire happy. Trigger
My
happy.
name is Cordelia.
Cordelia, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I'm messing my up.
Yeah. He said Kimmy, and I was like, oh, Kimmy, yeah.
Did I import a picture of these lovely creatures? I don't think I did.
You had one up, which was like a woman with kind of like a anglerfish face.
Did I?
It was pretty terrifying. That was like
If
the
you put that in
Model.
the Discord, or if it was in...
I think that was in the Discord.
I don't feel like she had an angler face, but
No, not
There
angler,
wasn't-
like her jaw was like weirdly wide open, like an
was-
anglerfish.
sorry.
That was the character you used for the actual battle.
Ah, right, yeah, no. So, anybody who missed last week, and I don't think I had this up last week, this is what they were fighting.
Oh, ew.
Although,
Oh.
the ones that you were fighting are a bit more red than this. Like, the hue of their skin's red.
Oh, I don't like his legs and the holes in it. Ugh.
Could have sworn I put that in the Discord.
Yeah, you did. I just found it.
It's off the screen now, it's alright. But yeah, he's pretty much reaffirmed that, yeah, fire works quite well. Taking the heads off works quite well as well.
Okay, thank you for that information.
Bit crispy too. Well, as I said, I'll take my leave, and he starts heading back towards his boat on the pier.
Are you sure that it's quite over and there's not another wave coming? You could be quite helpful.
If there was, they would have been here by now. If you've got any bodies of them left, I recommend burning them. Oh, and if you've got a priest handy, sanctifying the ashes as well.
Oh,
Thank you for the advice, friend. Doesn't seem like we can keep you.
He sort of does like a half-assed wave over his shoulder as he leaves.
He's quite peculiar.
nice ship. Is it a nice ship, actually?
So you see on the map currently, there's that there.
Yeah.
It is literally a one-person dingy, or well, a couple-person dingy with a sail in it. Pirates of the Caribbean, when Jack first arrives,
That's what I
Oh
was
my God.
picturing.
literally, he stepped onto it. He's pushed it off with his foot from the pier, stepped onto it, and then he's raised his hand up, and as he raises his hand up, the wind catches the sail and pulls him away from it. So he's literally generating hot air to push his ship forward.
Oh,
Cool.
so
As a fancy man.
In an iron mask.
dude.
The mask itself was peculiar to you because it was metal, but it was shimmering black.
There's a lot of weirdos on this island.
Hey, he was just a visitor. You haven't seen the other islands yet.
Oh, jeez. I guess we should go back to Captain Auburn.
He's actually still there because he was down on the pier with his guards fighting the creatures off. So
Oh, okay. We should check if he is okay with his men.
he's currently with a couple of his guards. He did take note of Bale's arrival, but he's more concerned making sure that these things are dead.
I'll just tell him, as you heard, Captain Auburn, if there's any priests around here sanctifying the ashes, should make sure these things are definitely don't come back.
Thank you for that advice. I'll gather up one of the local ministers and see it done.
If any of the bodies are still whole, burn them.
I was planning on doing that anyway.
I could help with that.
There she goes.
Tell me, well, two things. That man that appeared on the pier, am I safe to say is left for good?
I mean, we do not know what his business is, but I think he does not want to stay here any longer, it seems.
I think you can appreciate my disdain for Waken now that you've seen a display of his power.
Oh, is he awakened as well?
It's not every day a person can incinerate an entire port.
And very absent-minded. I hope we don't turn into that.
I feel his interests lie elsewhere, but a man like that could very easily take this town or raze it to the ground without much of an effort put in. My other question: what did you get out of the governor?
Not a heck of a lot.
I was about to say, like, not much if I remember.
He did mention that the Empire never asks what happened, which was interesting.
One disappears, they just send more.
It does seem that there has been a string of governors, of emissaries sent here. Majority of them have been sent to... Blah 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 blah. It seems that they have been sent to check on the governor and his taxes. But, as I said, none of them are seen again.
He definitely knows what happened in Anders. He got nervous and he was most likely lying. We just can't pull the information from him yet.
Perhaps questioning him will bear no fruit until we have evidence.
I was actually thinking I might be able to make him talk if he thought he was talking to someone he could trust. And I will use my new ability of Mask of Many Faces to make myself look like Damien.
Yes, you should pretend that you're trying to break him out, but first you must know for sure that, like, any information's given out hasn't been given out, and that's when he'll tell you that he hasn't told about blah blah blah.
I'll look exactly like his friend. I don't sound like him, because I can't.
Perhaps. But once again, would it not be more productive to hold the smoking gun in front of him, so to speak?
Not wrong. I'll wave myself to look like me again. It's always an option.
The chambers yet, have we?
No, not yet.
I think we'll find something there.
He takes a key out from underneath his jacket and hands it to you. And goes, "This is the master key to the estate. I once again are going to remind you to keep your investigation to the relevant areas."
Which were the study, library, and governor's bedroom, correct?
Yes, he may have a writing room as well, but I trust you to use your discretion.
And do you know where Damien came out of? Was that the study?
He came out of the front door, my dear. Beyond that, I don't know.
And when we first met the governor, he came out of a side room to the left of the estate.
No, he came out of the front door and walked to the side of the governor.
Oh. Okay, sorry then. I just remembered that wrong.
He walked.
If you have things handled. Sorry, go.
He literally walked. There's a terrace out the front of the building. He literally walked. There's like a stage out the. Coming out the front of the mansion, which you haven't seen the inside of yet, there is the terrace. In front of the terrace, or like the centre of the terrace, is this little platform that the governor sits on with his little futon.
Oh, okay, I see. So that's like kind of like a front courtyard. It isn't like in the. I thought it was like a courtyard that was in the middle of the building, so the building was like around that courtyard.
No, that
Okay.
building, that courtyard is at the front of the building.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Sorry, Paul, you were going to say something?
I was going to say, well, if we're finished here and you can handle with the bodies, we may begin that information while we still have daylight.
Yes.
Olburn sort of leans in towards you, like, that Nathaniel. Keep his sticky mitts off things. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Do our best.
So you're going to head up to the...
The mansion?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's nothing else you guys want to look at or ask.
No, the most interesting character has flown away for now.
If there's any bodies left unburnt on the way, I'll help out with burning them. But otherwise, to the mansion.
Pretty much all the ones that in your immediate vicinity are cinders. There's nothing left of them. The one that you've left in the marketplace, as you walk past, you can see a number of guards struggling to move it but not touch it. So they're sort of like getting bilge hooks and like hooking it to pull towards somewhere to burn it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll ask them if they want. Do you want some help burning it first?
No, lass. Well, if you set it on fire here, it might catch onto the market stalls. We'll pull it to somewhere and we'll sort it out. Never you mind it.
Maybe chop off its head first, and then I'll continue on.
They look down at the head that has an arrow poking out of it, like one of the eye sockets, and one of them just sort of goes.
Is that me? Sorry.
Appreciate it, but we'll sort it out. Don't worry.
Okay.
So you return to the courtyard,
Yep.
which is that one there. Let's make sure that load. There we go. So there's no guards about. Olburn's obviously not there, but the four of you there. As you say, essentially, you've got your little stage that the governor has, and then walking round to the back of it, there are the doors into the mansion.
Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah.
And here's a map I prepared earlier. It should be. You guys should only be able to see like darkness, bar the one room.
Yeah, a little circle room.
Yeah.
Is this a foyer?
Yeah, that's all like the entrance room. If you wouldn't mind putting your counters in there, please.
Ew. How about you? But having all these statues just facing the front door is kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
The gamer in me thinks that these statues do stuff.
This is where Tyne can't get a counter on, isn't it?
Oh, did I do it? No, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've done it for you, Tyne.
Oh.
Are you right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you come in, and as you said, there's these statues facing the door. They're all of very regal, pompous-looking people. You have 3 doors in front of you. You've got this one here, this one here, and then this one here.
Any of the doors have labels on them to make this easy?
Nope.
Oh.
Can I inspect the statues? They just look so out of place.
Yeah, you can inspect the statues.
Hey, if anyone's ever played Zelda or whatever, they know. They know.
Are you actually going to like try and hook around and see if there's any like hidden buttons?
Well, I was just gonna stare at their faces and be like,
Okay, no, that's fine.
I mean, if you want me to look for buttons.
I literally was not going to mention the statues at all because they're a feature in this map that I haven't added and don't really.
But they're so creepy. Do you have at least a description of what they are? Are they like deities? Maybe just normal people?
Didn't I just say that they all look like regal and pompous people?
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe past governors?
Yeah.
They all bear a striking resemblance, even the female ones, to the current governor.
Oh, it's a family.
Are they stout?
As stout as a bust of a statue can be.
Alrighty. Alright, we got forward, left, and right.
Democratic process.
Democratic process.
Tyne, which door would you like to inspect?
Left.
Do you mind clicking for me? Thank you. Paul.
I'll go for left as well. Left for love.
Kimmy.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going left.
This is where you just know I want this one. Right, if you give me 1 second while I quickly...
Unveil the field.
Well, I need to hide somebody in there first.
Oh.
Someone in there.
Watch.
When I find his token. Where's the token I was using for him?
Can we like press up against the door? Can I hear anything inside the room?
Too late. Kai kicked the door in.
Oh no!
I'm joking.
We had a key.
We do have a key.
I cannot find. So you open up the doors, and inside there is Nathaniel.
Hey.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
Does he have his sticky fingers on anything?
He stood looking at the collection of weapons that are on the wall of this room, and he sort of like turns like, you took yourselves long enough.
Anything interesting?
Oh, there's a few fine trinkets in here.
Let's make sure they stay in here, Nathaniel. With forewarning about you.
They have a rifle.
Well, looking around the room, there is a very big ornate axe with a lot of runes inscribed into it, with a plaque underneath called The Grudge.
Oh no.
Then there is a quarterstaff called the Quarterstaff of Reactions.
Oh gosh.
And there's a cutlass, which is the Gambler's Cutlass. And Artemir, there is a very ornate rifle hanging. But it also has a blade running underneath of it, not like a bayonet, but literally the length of this rifle has a blade underneath it running its length, but with like handholds underneath it so you can hold it and quite easily.
My owl eyes dilate. And I just. And I kind of just look at it admiringly, twisting my head sideways.
The captain stood up next to a pedestal, and it has it looks like a little clockwork mechanism on it, and he's staring at it quite intently with his arms folded.
What are you looking at, sir, Captain?
It says here this is the brass heart of Graver. No idea what it is really, but it looks familiar.
Brass heart of what? Sorry.
The brass heart of Graver.
Does that ring any bells? This
Uh,
name?
You can do history checks, but I don't think any of you would know what it is.
History.
Get
That's a
ready
plus
for a
one.
nat 20.
Nat 20s don't work with skill checks.
What about a 12?
Cordelia's followed suit and got a 12 as well.
Oh. Read the same book.
Sounds
I
like.
might not know what it is. But
So this
could I,
is chat's advice. Steal it.
I mean,
It is a way to learn.
chat, we were gonna steal everything anyway.
Tyne, are you going to do a history check, or are you happy to not know what it is?
I have no idea what these are.
She just decided.
You don't. You're looking at the axe and you can't even read the nameplate. It's like, this is a pretty axe.
That's exactly it, yeah.
If you're looking around the room as well, there's another pedestal on the opposite side, and it's got a ornate bear statue on it.
Just like a small bear statue or like a life-size bear?
It's small. It's like you can pick it up and hold it in hand.
Oh. Does it have a nameplate?
It does if you let me load it up.
Hold on, I need to mute for 2 seconds.
No, that's not the right thing. That one. The nameplate reads Old Ep-3.
What a thirst. Like, I'm just going to put this out there, guys. We haven't been paid for helping Alburn at all yet.
We could ask for these
We've-
things.
Saved the port. We ousted the governor. We interrogated him, and he hasn't even really thanked us. Not properly.
You know what, lad? I had the same thought, and do you know what we could do? We could pocket these items, as they're just collecting dust on the walls here, aren't they? And I think we could put them to good use, and then we could nip out the back door and be on our way to my ship.
Run my finger along
No.
that cutlass, and I'm just like,
We could at least try and figure out the mystery first and ask for them as payment. And if they don't give it to us, then maybe we could.
Just take it.
We know they're
Um,
here.
Sorry, what was that, Time?
I like that plan better. We asked for them.
Oh, the captain sort of like deflates a little bit and like, let's have a look around then. There's no in here. It's just a dining room.
It's alright. We'll have better chances of stealing it if we steal it at the last moment than if you're hunkering them around.
Aye, but we could have just got on the ship and been out of here, and nobody would have even noticed before we were gone.
But didn't you say you're here looking for your friend Peter from the war? And if he was in that town that disappeared, it might do well for us to figure out what happened. Maybe then you can find him.
Aye, let me level with you, lass. Peter's had a good life. I didn't think I'm going to be finding him anytime soon. That
As
might
friends, were you?
might be heartless and all that, but it's how you survive out here.
Well, Captain, this is only the first room. You can't just take all of that and then leave. There might be better stuff next door.
Oh, I've already had away with that. I mean, what? Let's keep looking, lad.
Right. So we shall remember this room. Remember it very well.
All of you roll me a perception.
Perception?
I think that's the best perception roll I've had.
0 for me.
Tyne and Cordelia, as you move towards like one of the other doors, you notice the Nathaniel has pocketed that brass heart thing.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Tyne, are you going to say anything?
I'm gonna lock eyes with him at least.
He awkwardly stares back at you. I was like, I'll ask, is everything alright? You've got some of those mad eyes about you.
Put it back, Captain.
I didn't know what you're talking about, lass.
The brass heart, Captain. Put it back.
He gestures back towards the pedestal, and the brass heart is still there.
I give him another look and walk away.
As you leave the room, the brass heart flickers.
Wow.
So, do you want to go back to the lobby, or do you want to press on into the? Because there's some doors. Can you see those doors?
I can see curtains.
Yeah, I can see curtains.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Here?
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
sorry, yeah. So there's double doors into like another room, but then there's also the 2 doors back in the mansion. There's an echo from me. Oh, I don't know why. Fun
Were you
time.
echoing?
No, apparently it's just me.
Okay.
But I've not done anything, so I don't know how it's going to sort itself out.
What do you think? Shall we press on through here, or do you want to go back and check somewhere else?
There might be a way to
Croissant?
loop around. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay. Let's move that. There's probably a way to loop around. So we can keep going.
Press on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys click. I'm trying not to say anything in case I'm echoing.
Press on this way.
Okay. Oh, but I have to say stuff to tell you about the room. Damn it. Curse you, internet.
I've been shrouded in the dark.
We're enveloped in a void.
Wait, why is it done that?
It's the void.
There you
Oh no, it's spreading.
Bigger.
go. What? I'm clicking reveal area.
Oh, it's revealed up higher. Oh,
There we
There
go.
we go.
that was a dangerous few seconds.
People at home, you can see that I was clicking on reveal area, not hide area.
Is that a freaking organ?
It is. Can I just remind you that I did not make this map, I bought it. So anything on here is not of my creation.
Okay, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, the governor is a man of taste. Well,
I wouldn't go that far.
he likes cake, I suppose.
Okay, then you know he does have good taste, but you know. Yeah. This must be his study or the library. No, it must be the library.
Look, yeah, it's a library.
Shall we have a look around?
This is one of the rooms we've been allowed to look in, so let's get to it.
Let's be honest, every room in this mansion I'm going to look through. If we're going to steal those weapons and everything, we're going to look through every single room too.
Chris, is there still an echo from me, please? You guys keep talking.
As you groan in the background, like, oh no. Should we do
No.
like a perception check to see if there are any books that stand out?
Yeah, can do.
Well, there's this thing on this table over here that I kind of wanted to take a look at.
Yeah.
What? Which one? Nice. How's your perception plus 6? Jesus.
It's wisdom modifier plus proficiency bonus, I think. And yet I roll really low, so it doesn't really matter.
Very wisdomous.
Trill and Tiny, are you rolling perception as well?
I would like to go up to his organ and see if
Thank you, Big Sugar. 115.
Big Sugar.
Big Sugar? You want some sugar, honey? Sorry. Anyway, you're in the library. You're inspecting the organs. Let's check your perception. So, Trill, it is a pretty organ. Tiny,
Yep.
it is a pretty door that you're currently looking at. Cordelia, it is a book about, I don't know, history of the Empire. It's nothing relevant to what you're searching for. Artemis, what were you doing again? Looking at the bookshelves?
Yeah, I'm looking if any books look like they've been maybe recently removed, or like the less dusty ones, I guess. would be interesting.
The place itself seems to be in good nick. It seems like there's a constant cleaner in here, so none of them are particularly more dirty than the others or more dusty than the other. None of them particularly stand out at you. However, there is a blue book on the table next to you that seems to be there and out of the shelf.
Ooh. What is the title of this book?
Kirk Tongue Tax Revenue.
Oh.
Or tax record, should I say.
Can I open it and see if there's anything weird with it? I mean, I don't know anything about taxes or taxing people, but
I'm not a smart man. I won't be able to decode that.
no one will. Is there anything suspicious?
I'll learn, mate.
Sorry, one moment.
I was hoping to find a book on maybe something on the Red Wake, like maybe it's like myths and legends.
Well,
Maybe there's
I'm going to put this to you. Majority of the people here deny the Red Wake's existence, so I don't think you're going to find a book going, Red Wake, its secrets unveiled.
Yeah, but if it's a myth, you always got books like myths and legends of the Thousand Islands.
Yeah, but the locals are more denying its very existence. A myth, you like Loch Ness. It's like, oh, Nessie, she lives in the weird lake. It's not like yeah, that thing doesn't exist.
Oh. Why are they so uncomfortable?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well, maybe you'll find out.
Yeah, having a look at the book. Yeah. Roll me a history check, please.
Oh, goody goody. What do I know?
oh, so close.
Nothing.
Why?
Yeah, Cordelia's helping me. Cordelia,
I can help. I can help.
Go.
Apparently
Can I
you
help?
can't.
why?
Oh.
Because you rolled a 6.
Can't I just hand the book to Cordelia and be like, you have much wisdom?
Can I at least do the flavour of you failing that test?
Is it that I can't read numbers, or I find out that I'm dyslexic?
Oh, what is going on
With
with your
numbers.
mic levels, guys? They're all over the shop.
I ain't done nothing.
Give me a second.
What's it gonna be? A. You don't know how to read letters. I mean numbers. Or it'd be like oh the governor's handwriting is so bad that you can't read.
Kerry, your mic keeps crackling and spluttering.
Really?
Yes.
Le-
Right, sorry about that, guys. The mics are going very weird tonight. The entire technical setup's going very weird tonight. So I have a lot of editing ahead of me when we come to edit this bit. Let's press on, and hopefully we can soldier through it.
Fully.
So yeah, you're in the library. Kai is lost in daydreams of the axe. Cordelia and Artemia are looking at a book of taxes. Literally all they can see is numbers. They don't really know much more than that. And Trill is looking at the organs. Nathaniel is just stood in the middle of the room, not really doing anything.
Right.
Cordelia, you can do a history check for me if you'd like to see if you can figure anything out about the book.
Get this.
Oh, that was gonna be an 18.
They are pretty numbers, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, jeez. Someone take this book away from us. It's absorbing all our good luck.
Nathaniel,
Keep hold of it.
yeah, Nathaniel walks over and goes, let me have a look, wee lassie. He takes the book off you and has a quick scour through the pages, and he's like, well, this doesn't look right at all.
Notice something.
What's wrong with
Nathaniel?
it?
Well, the figures don't match up. You see, you got your outgoings and your ingoings, but there should be a tally for all the money going back to the Empire, like the tithe. But if you look close enough, it's been altered.
So no money's been sent to the Empire?
I'd hazard a guess, yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think it's
mention
yeah. Do you think it's hiding in the wall somewhere around here? That'll be a pretty penny.
Look for
Maybe it's hiding in those weapons.
I don't know about you, but if there's an organ, maybe we can play his favorite tune and it opens a box somewhere.
You never know. Does somebody want to play on the organs?
Joe, go on, you're up there.
I do have a +3 in performance.
Go.
Go for it.
I will tickle the ivories.
As I try and find an organ track.
12. Double figures, guys.
What did you get?
A 12. A 12.
Okay. No, unfortunately there are no organ noises, so we'll just have to imagine it. So you play the keys, but very awkwardly. It forms together, but it's not particularly a masterpiece.
I play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
I suppose it's better than chopsticks, I suppose.
I was gonna say hot cross buns.
So it's just an organ. It doesn't really do anything special as far as you can tell.
Okay. Well, maybe we should take this book with us and we can show it to Captain Allburn.
I agree. He said something about that's why the diplomats were coming, is because the Empire wasn't receiving enough money, I think.
Check the music.
Maybe he knows something.
He said it was to check on the governor and their taxes, yeah.
Music room, ghostly voices. Sorry, one moment. Somebody has just recommended something. You guys keep talking while I do this.
I could be a ghostly voice.
We'll keep hold of the book. Alburn will want to see it. It's at least one piece of evidence for something going on here with the governor, so we're not hung for ousting him for no reason.
I don't know why I'm putting.
Can we look around?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm putting this much effort into a single throwaway gag, but I'm going to do it anyway. No, that's not there. So there is another door out the room, and then there's the way back to the main hall.
I guess if there's nothing else interesting here, if that's the only book that really spoke to us.
That's all we could find. May as well keep circling around, see what else we can gather.
Next time. I'll have it ready next time. Yeah, so that is pretty much the only thing that you can find in here. Everything else is just sort of mundane and not really that interesting. So you trying that door next?
Yep.
I'm going to try the key so we don't kick down another door.
So I'm just going to tell you that the key was to get in the front door.
Oh, okay, cool.
Everything else in here is pretty much unlocked.
I was just
good
imagining
job,
Kai
Gordon.
kicking down every door.
Yeah.
Door goes smash, smash goes door.